You ever get a letter from the government that feels like it was written by a robot who hates you specifically? Immigration records can feel exactly like that. A giant locked filing cabinet somewhere in a building you will never visit, holding every form you ever filled out about your own life. Here's the good news. You actually have a legal right to peek inside that cabinet. It is called a Freedom of Information Act request, or FOIA for short, and it basically lets regular people ask the government to show its homework. Think of FOIA like the ultimate group project rule from school. The government did the work, but you are still allowed to see the notes. The Privacy Act works kind of the same way, except it is specifically for records about you, so it is like a VIP pass instead of the general ticket. So why would anyone even want their immigration file? Maybe your lawyer needs it for a court case, maybe you are trying to fix a mistake, or maybe you just want receipts, literal government receipts. Let us bust a myth right now. You do not need a lawyer to file a FOIA request. You can technically do it yourself, the same way you could technically fix your own car, but sometimes it goes smoother with a mechanic who knows where the bolts are hidden. The main place you send these requests is USCIS, which stands for United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. Picture them as the librarian of your immigration life story, except this librarian is famously slow and definitely does not use a rewards program. To start, you fill out a form called G-657, which is basically a permission slip asking, hey, can I see my own stuff, please? You mail it in, or in some cases, submit it online, and then the waiting game begins like you are watching a pot that refuses to boil. Here's where people get confused. FOIA and Privacy Act requests sound like two different things, but for USCIS, they often get processed together like a 2-for-1 deal at a taco truck. The records can include your applications, your interview notes, even random internal memos where an officer wrote comments about your case. Now, let us talk timing, because patience is basically a required course here. The average response time is measured in months, sometimes stretching past a year. So if you are expecting a text back tomorrow, that is not how this relationship works. A lot of folks get denied not because they did anything wrong, but because they filled out the form incorrectly, like showing up to a costume party in the wrong costume entirely. Small errors, like an old address or a missing signature, can slow the whole thing down or bounce it right back to you. This is the exact spot where an immigration lawyer earns their paycheck. They know which boxes actually matter, which details trigger delays, and how to appeal if USCIS says no or sends back a file with more blacked out lines than a spy movie script. Redactions happen because certain information gets protected, like other people's private details or ongoing investigations. It can feel frustrating seeing black bars over sentences, kind of like watching a movie where the best part gets censored right when it matters. If your request gets denied or ignored past the legal deadline, you actually have the right to appeal and sometimes even take it to federal court. That sounds dramatic, but really it is just the next level of the same video game, harder boss, same rules. The real lesson here is boring but true. Keep copies of everything you submit to immigration ever, because future you will present you enormously. Preparation beats panic every single time, and a good paper trail is basically armor for your entire immigration journey. So if all of this sounds like a maze you would rather not walk alone, would you like to learn more about how our company can help? Just check out the links in the description below.